I grew up in Papamoa Beach. The first memories I have of sport were swimming in the ocean, surfing and boogie boarding with the family, racing Dad along the beach and my little light frame just boosting down the beach. Mum got me into athletics and structured sport, and then Dad has always kind of had the complementary kind of fun side of things where I was surfing and skating and stuff, and so that kind of set me on a good pathway to become the athlete that I am today and develop a lot of the broad, wide range of skills that I have. I did so many sports growing up, mostly board sports, kite surfing, did a couple of snowboarding comps, I was in a couple of surfing comps when I was younger, skating, scootering for a while, wakeboarding and all the lake sports, boogie boarding if that counts, and then got into athletics and everything else in between, you know, whether it's like family Christmas or something, playing cricket. Having that sporting environment to be around has always challenged me in some way, whether it's being able to control my emotions or learn how to set big goals. I was involved in an athletic event when I was 12 years old and got disqualified for standing on the line. I decided, no, I'm not going to do athletics anymore, and so I quit for 5 years and then came back when I was 17 and found the love for track and field again, and that's where I kind of said, this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm going to commit to from here on. One of the biggest transferable skills from one of my other sports into athletics was probably from surfing. My range of movement has crossed over, and I found that to be one of the biggest things. Competing at the Olympic Games in Tokyo was literally a childhood dream come true. There was a moment when I crossed the line and I didn't make the semi-final. I was supposed to be disappointed. You know, everybody would say, oh, you know, sorry you didn't make the semi. I'm like, man, it's okay. Like, I looked up and the realization that my childhood dream had just come true, it hit me real hard, and I was like, that was pretty cool. Sport has a much bigger role than most kids and parents give it credit in terms of growing kids and their values as they approach life. And I think that I've learnt that as I've developed through multiple different sports and then finally finding my pathway into athletics. The advice that I'd give to kids is just to do as many sports as possible for as long as possible, and that will enable you to be the best athlete you can be. Being a Balance is Better champion is really important to me because it is one of my main philosophies. I make sure I go out for a surf to clear my head sometimes. I make sure I get to my walk on the beach or my walk up the mountain with my wife. All those different things add to making a really holistically well athlete, and I think that's one of the biggest things that I carry into Balance is Better, but also my sporting career.